Hey, what's going on? Chris Orzakowski here from the emailcopywriter.com. Got something really special for you today. What I want to do is walk through 6 proven pre-launch strategies for new products. Now, the reason I wanted to cover this topic is because I have clients reaching out to me all the time at my agency or some media who want to work with us. They want to hire us to work on their product launch strategy. We've done a number of these for clients, some pretty big ones. I've talked a lot about the Filippo Loreti campaigns, which back in 2016, 2017, 2018, those were the first campaign I worked on. It was actually the 18th biggest Kickstarter of all time. We did just a touch under 5.2 million, and I've done some successful launches after that. I've helped a lot of brands with other Kickstarter launches, a lot of digital product brands as well. Help them with their pull off multi-million-dollar launches for clients like Jeff Walker, John Assaraf, and a number of others as well. And what I've noticed after all these years of doing a ton of launches in a ton of different markets is there's kind of certain things that you got to nail. And when you nail these things, especially in your pre-launch, and what we define as a pre-launch is that period of time before the card actually opens, before you're ready to start accepting orders. If you nail that pre-launch, doing the 6 things that I outlined in this video, you're going to have a much bigger launch than you probably ever thought possible. And the secret is in getting people excited and building anticipation, building buzz, and getting people prepped and primed and ready, and actually getting them pre-sold before the card even opens. Like, that's the main goal. If you can get people to go through your pre-launch promotional period, and before they're even able to buy, if they're like, chomping at the bit, credit card in hand, like, man, I can't wait till this thing opens up, that's when you have a really successful launch. So that's what I want to cover today in this video. I want to walk through 6 proven pre-launch strategies. So what I want you to do is, before I start, just make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and get that all squared away, and let's get into the content. All right, so strategy number 1 is going to be to build your email list. And right, like, that's the thing that everyone talks about: build your list, build your list. But when you're doing any kind of product launch, the one thing that I've seen most people, or the thing that most people have failed, the people who fail and have really lackluster product launches, is they have not spent any time building up their email list. So this could be a pre-launch list. It could be just, where they're launching internally to an existing audience, or maybe they're launching a product for the first time. I've worked with clients like this before. Carnivore Snacks was actually a client of mine. We ended up doing about 200K from their initial Kickstarter launch, and they've since been on a rocket ship to the moon. There's actually a case study of that on my website. If you go to theemailcopywriter.com, you can check it out on the homepage there. But that was one brand, for example, that they didn't have a following. They were literally starting from scratch, and they launched on Kickstarter. And whether you're launching a Kickstarter, whether you're just doing a regular product launch, it doesn't matter. If you don't have a list, it's going to be very hard to get momentum. It's going to be very hard to just go out into social. Like, you might get some sales, right? If you can start running ads from the beginning, but the best thing that you can do is start building a pre-launch list. So what we like to do is recommend that a lot of our clients start running traffic to an opt-in page that's teasing the launch. And if you have a video about the product, or you have any kind of information about the product that's coming up, you could include that stuff on the opt-in page and in the video ads, or the Facebook ads or YouTube ads, or whatever you're using to start driving people there. And we've done this with clients before, where we have helped them set up the strategy, and they've been able to build a list of 8, 10, 12, 15,000 people before the product launch actually goes live. And obviously all those people aren't going to buy, but if you get 1,000 or 2,000 buyers from that initial pre-launch list, that's a huge amount of momentum. Depending on what your AOV can be, it can be in hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars. So building your email list is super huge. That's where your buyers are going to come from. They're not going to, they might come from social, some of them, but the lion's share are always going to come from email. So that's strategy number 1, building your email list. Strategy number 2 is mapping out your promo calendar. So obviously you have the list. If you've done step 1, you've started to collect email addresses, you've started to pre-sell people, right? Now you want to map out your promo calendar. And whenever we work with a client, this is what we do. We sit down with a calendar. We say, okay, when is the cart going to be open? And then we work back 2 or 3 weeks. And we also look at post-launch, the week or 2 after the launch closes. Are we going to do any upselling or post-purchase emails or campaigns or anything like that afterwards? And we actually look at the whole landscape. So we take about like a 6 to 8 week block on the calendar and say, okay, what's going to happen at every single step of the way? When are we going to start our pre-launch? When are we going to be sending emails? When are we going to be posting on social? Are we going to have any partners reaching out and promoting as well? When are we going to be dropping any content? When are we going to be dropping any bonuses or introducing new features and things like that, or when are we going to be mailing when the product is live. You want to have that stuff figured out, because when a launch happens, usually things are crazy because you're getting a ton of emails, and you know how it is. You're getting hopefully a ton of buzz and support and engagement in the community. So when the launch is live, it's like you don't want to be flying by the seat of your pants. You want to know, okay, here's how many emails I'm going to send, here's all the ads I'm going to run, here's the promos I'm going to be doing, here's the piece of content I'm going to be dropping on what days. So once you have that all planned out, your launch can kind of go off without a hitch. And this is one of those things where people might say, well, I don't know how many emails to send. It's like, okay, well, let's look at your calendar and say, when does the cart open? When does it close? How many emails should we have in between? What days are important? Are there any holidays coming up? Are there any days where we want to email once, email twice? Things like that. So planning your promo calendar is super important. Step number 3 is lining up promotional partners. Now, this is one of those things too, where it's gasoline on the fire. Like, obviously, you've been building your list. You have that, hot list, that group of people, that sub list that you've been building, of people who will most likely become buyers. But that doesn't mean that's all the buyers that are out there. I bet that someone else in your network, in your community, someone else in your industry probably already has a bunch of your customers or future customers, right? So you could go to them, whether they are an affiliate or whether they're just a friend who has a business who maybe you supported in the past, and they might want to just support you and mail for you and send traffic your way. Maybe you've done that for them in the past and they're just reciprocating, or maybe you're actually incentivizing them with an affiliate program or some kind of JV partnership or some kind of list buy or list rental. There's a lot of different ways to do this. And we've had clients use a number of different strategies, but anytime you can get anyone else, any influencers, any other people in your market who have big audiences, big followings, to mail for your product launch, it's going to be huge. Just one or two big partners can really drive a ton of sales. Could be thousands of people who never even heard of you before. They just make one mention, and all of a sudden they're fans of your brand or the product that you're launching. So lining promotional partners before the launch starts is huge, because you want to have those people locked in before the card opens. So that way it's not like you're scrambling at the last minute and it kind of seems desperate and maybe they can't fit it on their calendar. Get those commitments early. So that's number 3. Number 4 is going to be to share your origin story. And this is one of those things where every single pre-launch sequence, when we write the email sequence out, we always start with that origin story. It's such an easy email to write, and people like knowing how the company or the idea behind the product, like what went into that. People like those things. I'm sure your favorite companies that you follow or that you buy from, you probably know their origin stories. There's a reason for that. Stories are sticky. They stick with us, and people are always interested in hearing them. And when they're easily understood and it's a good story and people kind of understand where you're coming from in the history of your brand, it makes it shareable as well. People, they'll buy your product, they'll talk to a friend, generating word of mouth, and they'll tell someone about it, a friend or a colleague or family member, whoever, and they'll probably relay that same story that you told to the person that that they're speaking with, which is huge, because that is like the sales message is baked into that origin story. So we always like having emails, usually the first and second email. Sometimes we'll do a brand origin story, and then we'll do a product origin story in these launch sequences. And even if people have heard them before, they still like them, they're still learning, and maybe you get a little bit better at telling it each time. So I would always try to include some kind of origin story in these pre-launch sequences. Number 5, you're going to drop teaser emails that unpack specific features and benefits. Now, the reason why we do this, the reason why we methodically lay out the entire sales argument, and that's what I mean when I say unpack the features and benefits. You actually want to lay out the entire sales argument in the pre-launch. And the reason why is because you want people pre-sold, like we talked about earlier in the video. You want people to hit your product page even before there's an option to buy, even before that buy button appears, and they say, damn, I can't wait to get my hands on this, right? And the way that you do that is you actually, if you're going to pre-sell someone, part of that process involves selling them in the first place, right? So unpack the features and the benefits. Let them see the benefits of using the product. What is life like after they get that product in their hands, after they become a customer, after they become a user, after they invest in the service, whatever it is that you're launching? If you could start future pacing and showing them, how life gets better after they've used it because of this feature or this feature or this feature or this benefit or whatever it is, they're going to basically, all their objections are going to be met. And by the time they're ready to buy, it's just a matter of pulling out their credit card and swiping, or digitally swiping, I should say, right? So dropping teaser emails, we would do this too. Like when we worked with Filippo Loreti, we did a collection of watches. We would just drop a different watch every single day. Not every single one. There were a lot of watches, but like some of the most popular ones, we said, tomorrow we're going to release another design. And people were like hanging on the edge of the seat because they were like, oh, I can't wait to see the next one. So that's a good way to kind of continue to keep people engaged while the pre-launch is happening, before the cart opens. So that way, by the time the cart does open, they want to buy. Number six, I think this is my favorite. This is like the sneaky, really powerful one that not a lot of people use or not enough people use, but it's super powerful. But in the pre-launch, what you want to do is you want to start introducing fast action bonuses. So what that means is you are going to set aside a specific number of bonuses for people who join right at the beginning of the launch. Now, this might mean first 100 people get who order. Once the launch goes live, get this extra special thing that no one else gets. Or maybe it's for the first 24 hours. If you order, you get this bonus thing, or you get, 2 items instead of one, or whatever it is, right? There's a lot of different ways that you could spin that type of promotion. But what that does, it generates a huge amount of buzz right at the beginning, and it gets people chomping at the bit and like setting their calendar, like, oh my God, it's going live at 8 a.m. on Tuesday. Like, I need to make sure I'm on my computer then. And that's what you want. You want those to reward your early adopters and your early action takers with fast action bonuses. So if you do that, you are going to have a huge rush of sales at the beginning. And depending on the platform and depending on what you're using, for instance, like if you're using something like Kickstarter or Indiegogo, which a lot of our clients have used in the past, that is going to actually teach the algorithm. You get a rush of orders at the beginning. The algorithm is going to know, okay, this is a popular project. We're going to push it out to more audiences that might not even know about it, which means you're going to get some free marketing, some free advertising, some free PR, some free buzz on that platform. Again, if you're doing an internal launch, it's not really going to matter as much. But if you are using a public crowdfunding platform like that, that's going to be huge for you. So introducing those fast action bonuses, finding a way to reward people who join early, that's going to be just your ace in the hole there. So let's just recap. Step number one, build your email list. Step number two, map out your promo calendar. Step number three, line up with some promotional partners to help promote and get the word out. Step number four is sharing your origin story in your initial emails and in your marketing. Step number five is dropping teaser emails and pieces of content that pre-sell people, that get them sold on the features of the product itself. And then step number six is introducing fast action bonuses. Those are the six proven pre-launch strategies that are going to help you launch a new product and make it super successful. If you like this, make sure you like this video, leave a comment for me, let me know your questions about launches, because I've done tons of launches for years and years and years. We still do a ton of launches at my agency, and this is one of the topics I like talking about a lot. So leave a comment for me. Make sure you subscribe. We're posting new videos every single week. Share this with a friend. If you got someone who's planning a launch and they need some help, point them to this video. That's it. Hope you have a good day. Go to theemailcopywriter.com, get on my list, get a free copy of my book, Make It Rain, and we'll see you soon.